For years, the public was told to stop asking questions about Jeffrey Epstein and the powerful elites orbiting him. Critics dismissed the murmurs as baseless rumors, just wild internet chatter. But now, in the wake of newly unsealed files and leaked messages, those lingering questions are impossible to ignore. Strikingly, some truly unexpected names, most notably Ellen DeGeneres, are rumored to be entangled in some deeply disturbing crimes alongside the disgraced financier. According to investigators reviewing Epstein's records, his inner circle operated as a tight-knit syndicate that communicated in bizarre codes, utilized peculiar phrasing, and acted in highly suspicious ways. Words like pizza, pasta, and most alarmingly, jerky, surfaced repeatedly in emails, not as innocent meal plans, but in contexts that felt deeply sinister. Even lawmakers who reviewed the unredacted files described the terminology as baffling and unsettling.
There was also a lot of language that appears to be coded regarding food. I wanted to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza. Another email read, "This is better than a Chinese cookie, see attached. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again." This one talks about, yeah, that's the pizza. You mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement. There's one more, I think, in this list as well. "Sorry, I have no stomach for even the slightest aggro. I don't have the stomach for it for any drama, imaginary or real. I'm still fragile off the last one and scared of shadows." This is in response to some videos that were shared where Jeffrey Epstein himself says, "I watched all of these videos, don't send any more." And then Ghislaine is like, "I can't stomach any of this." What the fuck did you send that Jeffrey Epstein was like, "No more"?
One such lawmaker, Anna Paulina Luna, confirmed that these emails contained coded phrases and graphic descriptions involving minors. She stated explicitly that the deployment of these words was anything but normal, noting that jerky, in particular, clearly did not refer to food when read in context. A forensic expert later corroborated this, suggesting these terms were likely chilling euphemisms for something much darker.
Earlier, I'll give you another example here. Epstein sends a message to someone. She looks pregnant, reacting to a photo. And the client replies back to Epstein, "You mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza." I cannot be clearer than this, that this is a code word. It makes no sense in that context whatsoever. And this on top of the example I gave you earlier, when his virologist gave him the medicine for having an erectile dysfunction, I assume, or it could be even Viagra, and then told him to wash his hands, go have pizza and grape soda. That's been mentioned time and time again. Having adult men, successful men that are very health oriented, constantly talk about pizza with grape soda, which I've never heard before.
Yeah, I've never heard of pizza and grape soda before this. I don't know if that specific combination was part of the whole Pizzagate thing, but it's definitely mentioned a lot because I saw that phrase, so I looked it up and was like, is this actually like in there multiple times? And it most definitely is.
There's another one here. Have you seen the beef jerky mentions as well? There's an email here from Jeffrey Epstein. Someone else says, Francis has time to come tomorrow to show me how to make it. Jerky, anyone? He will also bring you a taste of his jerky recipe from the restaurant, and sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called Cook's. Wait for it, beef jerky and steak. Yes, time at 3 p.m. And there's other emails of him talking about beef jerky. Another one here, Jeffrey Epstein sending it to Steve Hansen, saying, "Hope you're feeling better. Did we analyze the beef? Did we analyze the jerky?" Now there's talks about jerky, referencing human meat. It could be for scientific research, could be something else that's even sicker. But there's more emails here talking about beef jerky. Have you had time to go through those? There's one here. Thank you so much. Super cool. IT guy setting up Surface right now. We are ridiculously excited, and beef jerky delicious. Thank you. Thanksgiving. So yeah.
It is very. Now I've got all those emails saved. I'd actually had somebody send me all of those to say, "Hey, would you check this out?" So I have them. I have not read through all of them, but there's no shortage of terms that are phrased in a peculiar way. Muffin is another one. I've seen that a couple of times. I talked about when he says "whoops." That seems to be in very. Sometimes he says that in very odd terms that seem like they're referring to somebody dying or getting. So there definitely seem to be code words.
The existence of this coded language seems undeniable. Email after email referenced jerky, being stored in freezers, transported in insulated bags, delivered urgently, and distributed among Epstein's closest associates. The tone of these messages was casual, even cordial, yet the underlying details raised massive red flags. Now, it appears several prominent figures are in the crosshairs, and one of the most high-profile names is Ellen DeGeneres. For decades, she was celebrated as the smiling, safe, and jovial face of daytime television. However, according to insiders and whistleblowers, her proximity to Epstein's dark world is far closer than anyone anticipated. A recent shocking rumor labeling her as Hollywood's most prolific cannibal went incredibly viral, with countless netizens alleging her deep connections to Epstein's network. Accusers claim she facilitated connections, smoothed over introductions, and ensured silence. While none of this has been proven in a court of law, the sheer gravity of the allegations has devastated fans who grew up watching her. This revelation has prompted the internet to reevaluate past warnings. One of the most glaring examples is Justin Bieber, who once spoke candidly about feeling terrified, uncomfortable, and unprotected as a child star. At the time, society brushed it off as the typical pressures of fame. Today, many suspect he was desperately trying to sound the alarm, trapped without a voice or an audience willing to believe him.
Lauren, it was fun.
Yeah. I can't believe you got in that water.
It was so cold, it was like 50 degrees.
Look at you. So
Yeah.
it's a beautiful video, so if you want to see the whole thing, it's gorgeous. Speaking of you in your underwear, let's talk about the paparazzi shot in Bora Bora.
Okay.
So you are obviously in a private bungalow.
Yeah.
And because usually we're all pretty good at spotting paparazzi.
Yeah.
They hide in boats
Yeah.
and pretend to be fishermen,
Yeah.
and we're like,
Yeah.
you're paparazzi. I mean, we're
Yeah.
pretty good at it. How did you not see that there was paparazzi there?
Well, I just didn't see them. I think I wasn't really looking out for them either, so.
Was there a boat? After, when you think back on it now, can you see where they may have been? Were they
yeah,
in a boat?
yeah, they're definitely in a boat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how quickly after that was shot did you realize that happened? Did that go on wire right away?
Yeah, it was pretty much like a couple days. It was like a couple days later, Scooter hit me. He was like, yo, I hate to tell you this, but your penis is on the internet. I was like, what? How does it? And so then the first thing I saw was like the censored one, and it had like the black thing over it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know what this is gonna look like. And then it wasn't as like bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like terrible.
Yeah. I'm no expert, but I heard that it was good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, what amazed me, though, is that got so much attention, and I was in the bungalow next to you, and when I saw it, I was shocked.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people didn't see. I was right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
My hat! So there's a young woman in the background you can see in the bed.
Yeah, I know.
Is that your girlfriend?
No, it's not.
Just a girl that you were in Bora Bora with?
Yeah.
You just brought a friend to Bora Bora?
Yeah.
And you're just naked with your friend?
Why are you putting me on the spot like this? Gosh.
I mean, you can say, why can't you say you're dating somebody?
I'm not dating anyone though.
She's just a friend?
She's just a friend.
Wow. I have friends, I've never seen them naked like that. And they don't bring me to Bora Bora.
Stop, you're making me blush, dude.
Others vividly recall how swiftly fact-checkers mobilized to suppress these topics whenever they surfaced. One particularly alarming piece of evidence connected to these alleged operations dates back to 2009, when a young model named Gabriela Jimenez suffered a frantic breakdown outside a hotel, screaming that she had witnessed something unspeakable involving highly powerful guests.
Ay, espérense, me dijeron, aquí en la
One clip that continuously resurfaces features Chrissy Teigen, a long-standing friend of Ellen DeGeneres. During the interview, Teigen made jarring comments about her willingness to consume human flesh, provided the person consented. When pressed on the issue, she didn't laugh it off as a joke. Astonishingly, she doubled down.
Actually, nothing I wouldn't eat or wouldn't drink or wouldn't try. If the person okayed it, I would eat a human. If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like a tiny piece of human meat.
No. I think the only way
You wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Is that terrible?
Initially, the public dismissed it as dark humor. After all, Hollywood is notorious for its edgy, boundary-pushing comedy. But in the damning aftermath of the Epstein files, observers began questioning why anyone would casually joke about something so macabre. Online sleuths also highlight that Teigen was a fixture at exclusive celebrity galas, including high-profile gatherings linked to Diddy and prominent political figures. Another deeply unsettling facet of this saga involves a rare, fatal condition known as kuru. Originally discovered in the 20th century among specific tribes in Papua New Guinea, scientists determine kuru is caused by prions, malformed proteins that aggressively attack the brain. Symptoms include severe tremors, loss of motor control, and neurological decline. When vintage footage surfaced showing Jeffrey Epstein exhibiting erratic mouth movements, the internet ignited with speculation, with many attempting to link his symptoms to kuru. While medical experts caution that a complex neurodegenerative disease cannot be diagnosed from a brief video clip, the alarming theory spread like wildfire.
I know I'm about to sound completely insane, but just hear me out. This pertains to the Epstein files, the Clintons, and cannibalism, and I feel completely fine and am totally okay. Alright, let's do this. How do we know if someone is a cannibal? Well, they could have the Kuru disease, which is a fatal neurodegenerative disease that spreads through eating brain tissue. It has a long incubation period, 10 to 30 years. Early symptoms are headaches, coordination issues, anxiety, and inappropriate laughter. Middle stage, severe tremors and shaking, loss of balance, and slurred speech. Late stage, inability to walk, dementia, and the forever sleep. Do you know of any elites rumored to have consumed human flesh? But I'm not accusing anyone of anything, this is just a fun little joke video. With truth in the mix, in Papua New Guinea they call human long pig. We just love to have fun here. No, the Kuru disease has nothing to do with the Epstein files or anyone in them. Definitely not the Clintons. And I feel fantastic, so yeah. Have a good day. Okay, thanks.
By 2020, the mounting pressure surrounding Ellen DeGeneres was no longer confined to internet whispers. It was hemorrhaging from within her own studio. That summer, 36 former employees of the Ellen DeGeneres show broke their silence, exposing what they described as a profoundly toxic workplace. The accusations were severe, encompassing rampant harassment, gross inappropriateness, and severe misconduct orchestrated by 3 executive producers. The scandal detonated globally after BuzzFeed News published a scathing expose. Shortly after, NPR obtained a leaked internal memo Ellen had circulated to her staff. In that note, she offered a formal apology.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's the... Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then No, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music.
But not everyone bought the redemption arc. Hedda Muscat, a former producer who worked on the show during its infancy in 2003, outright rejected the apology.
Welcome to season 18 of the Ellen DeGeneres Show.
A new chapter. That's what Ellen promised today as she returned to her studio and spoke out for the first time about the controversy swirling around her.
This summer, there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show. And then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened.
She apologized and promised to do better.
The truth is, I am that person that you see on TV. I am also a lot of other things. Sometimes I get sad, I get mad, I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that. I am a work in progress. And if I've ever let someone down, if I've ever hurt their feelings, I am so sorry for that.
But one former Ellen producer isn't buying it. Hedda Muscat worked on The Ellen Show back in 2003.
Phony, liar, hypocrite. That's my reaction. She's known about this for 17 years. She's created this culture. I was there from day one. We were all petrified of her. She was not nice.
The overarching issue, according to embattled staffers, was the systemic culture of fear. Several revealed that there was absolutely no safe, confidential channel to report grievances, with many claiming senior executives actively intimidated them into silence. Warner Brothers, the studio backing the daytime juggernaut, was eventually forced to launch an internal investigation. Executive producers were unceremoniously ousted, and carefully crafted public statements were deployed. Yet online critics began asking a much more pressing question. Why did it take so long for the truth to come out? Just as the dust began to settle, another prominent name surfaced, adding an entirely new sinister layer to the unfolding saga.
Video clip is a short one, just 3 seconds long. It's part of the Epstein files, and it shows the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein being shown the Louvre by Jack Lang. The 86-year-old former culture minister knew Epstein for years and used his car and his plane. Lang told French media that he'd met Epstein through Woody Allen, and would have cut off all contact had he known that he was at the heart of a criminal network. But Lang's family ties to Epstein go beyond casual acquaintances. The French investigative site Mediapart revealed that Epstein opened an offshore account in the U.S. Virgin Islands in 2016, and half of the shares were owned by Caroline Lang, the former minister's daughter. Her name is also in Epstein's will, signed 2 days just before his death in prison. He promised her $5 million. Caroline Lang has also responded to the site, saying the offshore account was meant for art investments, but she was never paid by Epstein or invested financially in it. Mediapart also said that Lang did not declare the St. Thomas account to the French tax authority. Lang has since resigned from her new post as the head of a film producers group.
Meanwhile, Ellen's roster of celebrity detractors only continued to swell. In June 2025, comedian Margaret Cho revealed on a podcast that Ellen was the ultimate mean girl behind the curtain. Cho explained that despite knowing each other for decades from their early days in the stand-up comedy circuit, Ellen treated her like a complete stranger when she finally appeared as a guest on the talk show.
What, Ellen?
Ellen was like really weird and not nice to me for most of my career, and like because I opened for her in the 1980s.
Oh, you did?
When she was a headliner in comedy clubs, and not way before her big fame.
Uh-huh.
And so then when I would do her talk show in the 2000s, she acted like we just met, and I'm like, what?
One of those times.
I'm like, what? Like, that's weird. Like,
right.
It's like, we go way back. Dude, what? Like, it's so creepy and weird. But, also, the other thing was David Bowie had been on the show, and he was so excited that the night before that I had come to his show wearing this giant Chinese emperor outfit. He was really thrilled about it, and he talked at length about it. And she cut it out of the show, which made me so mad. And the producer, who's a really good friend of mine, had to call me and tell me, I can't believe she did this, but she cut it out of the show. But you need to know that he was going on and on about your outfit. He loves you. God said your name.
So petty.
Which is so rude.
That is so gross.
I don't know if it was personal. Maybe it was for time.
Right.
But still, I'm going to take it personally just because I decided to.
You should have sent her a note and said, send me the footage. I'll post it to my YouTube.
I know it exists somewhere.
The ultimate truth we are searching for seems deeply buried somewhere between documented facts, bitter personal grudges, wild internet speculation, and the genuine trauma of those who suffered in silence. Where do you think the truth actually lies? Sound off and let us know your theories in the comments below.